Hello Brew Tubers, it's the first brew of this bank holiday weekend. Got one or two I fancy doing this weekend, so let's get this one underway. Today I'm going to be doing a rebrew of one I've done before, and that is the Summer Ale from the Bible. I did it before, very good beer, perfect sort of thing for my beer festival. Grain bill is 3.4 kilograms of pale malt and 300 grams of crystal malt. I'm going to mash that in at 66 degrees Celsius for an hour and a bit. And then hop additions, bittering hops, 20 grams of East Kent Golding, 15 grams of Progress at the start. And then last half an hour it's 15 grams East Kent Goldings and 10 grams of Progress. I might make that the last 15 minutes actually, just to get a little less bitterness out of them. I'll think about that. And then at the end of the boil, 15 grams of East Kent Goldings, and I'll probably use SO4 as my yeast for that one. So yeah, let's get on with it. Right, that's all the grains added. I'm just going to add the starter plate and yeah, leave that mashing for an hour. So I had an extended mash period as I was watching the Grand Prix. I don't know how long it was for, but just sparging at the moment, nearly finished. Getting up to temperature for the boil. Right, time for first hop additions. I've done 20 grams of East Kent Golding and 10 grams of Progress. The alpha-acids and the Progress were higher than the recipe, so I've just adjusted slightly. So, yep, in they go. Going to leave it 55 minutes and then add the next lot of hops. Last 15 minutes of the boil, in goes Proto Flock tablet and 15 grams of East Kent Goldings and 10 grams of Progress. Done. One final hop addition just before flame out. So coming up to the final hop addition. Just running the wort through a second hop spider just to add a bit of filtration to get some of the trub and the crap out of the beer. Just see how much we've managed to collect. So after a brief run through the hop spider, quite a lot. Very good way of filtering, I think. Last minute or so, just adding 20 grams of East Kent Goldings. There you go. Right, we'll get to cooling down in a minute. Right, we've reached the end of the boil. The immersion chiller is on. Recirculating the wort and trying to cool it down quickly, recirculating and filtering. How exciting! Fermentation vessel ready to go with the tilt hydrometer ready for action. Yeah, it's all very exciting. Wait for this to get down to temperature and get it transferred. Right, we're all transferred. I've hit exactly 23 litres, which I'm fairly happy about. Going to be using the SO4 yeast. Not used this one before, so we'll just sprinkle that on top. The tilt hydrometer is already in there, and I'll give you a screenshot of the hydrometer reading. Right, so the end of brew day. 10:39 on the hydrometer, and the book said I should get 10:38, so on the numbers there. And I got exactly 23 litres as well, so got the full amount. So all in all, rather a successful brew day. Bang on the numbers, bang on the quantity. Added about 5 grams more of the East Kent Goldings on the very final hop addition because my scales were playing up a bit, so added 20 grams instead of 15, but that's not too much of a problem. And then other than the 10 grams at the start, it's pretty much as the recipe. Fermented using SO4, first time using that. The little blue thing, wherever that's gone. Tilt hydrometer is in there, so that'll be fun keeping a watch on that. Yeah, very happy. Nearly tidied up. I've just got the actual Bulldog brewer to tidy up now. Grain basket and everything else have been cleaned. Brewing again tomorrow. That will be the... what am I brewing tomorrow? Fuller's London Porter, which I've done before. But that's an exceptional beer and was very popular last time I did it, so perfect beer for the beer festival. And then on what's it today? That's Monday. Tuesday, because I've got a day off on Tuesday, I will be brewing the American wheat beer from the Bible, but I'll be using Kvike yeast, which reminds me actually I need to do a starter for that. Well, yeah, sort of do a starter. So yeah, on to Fuller's London Porter. Right, it's the second brew day. Today doing another beer I've done before, which is the Fuller's London Porter recipe. Excellent beer. The first one I did was amazing. The second one I did wasn't quite as nice. So hopefully we get a good result this time round. That's the recipe there. So grain build doing 23 litres, 4.23 kilograms of pale malt, 665 grams of brown malt, 555 grams of crystal malt, and 110 grams of chocolate malt. Mash in 67 degrees Celsius for 90 minutes. Then the boil, 64 grams of fuggle at the start of the hop. Start of the boil. And 21 grams of fuggle in the last 10 minutes. And obviously protoflock as well. So yeah, let's get adding those grains. This is all the roasted malt going in. Right, that's all the grains added, and yeah, hour and a half mash. Right, sparge and mash done. Well, mash is done and sparge is done. Just coming up to boil now. Yes. First hop addition is 64 grams of fuggle. There they go, that's at the start of the boil. Stir. Perfect. Right, one more fuggle hop addition in the last 10 minutes. Last 10 minutes of the boil, 1 proto-flock and 21 gram of fuggle. In like that. Perfecto. So yep, 10 more minutes then they'll start cooling. Right, we're down to temperature now, so just going to transfer the wort into the fermentation vessel. So we pretty much managed to get a shade below 23 litres, so not too bad on the quantity there. And literally just pitched the yeast using this Mangrove Jack's Empire Ale yeast. Suitable for Scottish heavy ales, American amber ales, sweet stouts and more. So it should work for a porter, I thought. Exceptional depth, ferments with full rich dark fruit flavours. Yeah, so I've just literally sprinkled that on top of the beer now. It's all done, and put that lid on. Right, so that is what we ended up with. The book said I should have got 1053 on the hydrometer. So if I take a look now, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, I've got 1056, so slightly above what we were expecting, but that's good. So pretty much got 23 litres as well. So colour, beautiful colour, lovely red browny hue. Doesn't smell much yet. That does taste good. This is the third time I've brewed this London Porter. First time was amazing, like disappeared in no time at all. Second time wasn't as good, but I ran out of pale malts, had to use quantity of Munich malt, which didn't work out so nicely. And this time, pretty much perfect recipe again. Follow the instructions to the letter. Yeah, nice enough. So yeah, we'll see how that turns out. First time using that yeast as well. Fortunately, I haven't got one of those tilt hydrometers with it. I've only got 2 at the moment, and both are being employed elsewhere. Although saying that, the cranberry and wheat beer one's nearly finished, so what should I think about that? But yeah, all done. And tomorrow's brew is the American wheat beer. I've just checked and I have got all the ingredients. Didn't know I've had any lager malt, but I've got exactly 3 kilos, and the recipe says I need 3 kilos. So yeah, got everything ready for that. Only thing to do now is tidy up. That's a fly going. Tidy up the Bulldog Brewer. So yeah, tidy up time. See you tomorrow for tomorrow's brew. So welcome to the third part of this bank holiday brewathon. Yes, doing a brand new beer on me today. It's one from the Bible, the American wheat beer. As I said, new one on me. The other 2 brews I've done this weekend are ones I've done before, so nice to be a different one. So yes, the American wheat beer. This hazy, refreshing beer is packed with exuberant citrus flavours and aromas, which are imparted by the powerful American hops and yeast. Grain bill, 3 kilograms of wheat malt, 2.5 kilograms of lager malt, and 300 grams of carapils. Hour and 10-minute boil. Citra hops, 17 grams at the start of the boil, and 26 grams of Citra at turn off. Only other thing is the yeast. The books asked me to use American wheat yeast, which I do not have and could not get hold of. I did toy with the idea of using Bohemian wheat yeast, but I couldn't get hold of that either. So I'm using Framgarten Kvike yeast. I think the sort of citrusy flavours of that Kvike yeast will work well with the Citra hops. So yeah, it should be a good bedfellow. did a starter for Kvite yeast. That's got crowns on it, so it's doing well. Just mashing in. I've added the wheat and the carrot pills. Just going to add the lager malt now, and yeah, I'll show you that in a sec. So all mashed in. Just going to add the sparge plate and do the recirculation properly now. Our mash. As you can see, we've reached the end of the mash. Just start sparging now. Right, sparge is done. We're just coming up to the boil now. As you can see, I'm a little sodden. Wet shirt, I'm not Mr. Darcy. Yeah, it's pissing it down outside. A bit of thunder and lightning as well. Out cycling. Yeah, so I'll see you for hop break and then the first hop edition. Right, it's the start of the boil. In goes 17 grams of Citra. Oh, lovely smell, that Citra hop, beautiful. So in it goes like that. Only other addition is a proto flock 15 minutes before the end, and then a final hop addition at flame out. Again, the Citra hop. Last 15 minutes, in goes a proto flock tablet. Lovely jubbly. Right, it's flame out. Time to add the final 26 grams of Citra. I'll give that a good stir. So we're cooling the wort down and filtering at the same time there. Get transferred to the fermentation vessel as soon as it's the right temperature. So as you can see from the hydrometer there, I've only just hit 1050. The book says I should have got 1058, so really low on the numbers there for some reason. And also see, I broke my trial jar. Well, that was one hell of a brew day. It all went a bit shitty after the flame out. Hop spider completely blocked. Yeah, that was complete arsehole to try and clear. Spilt beer everywhere trying to clear that out. Broke my trial jar. What else went wrong? Spilt beer on the floor. Spilt water everywhere. Got wet from the rain. What else happened? Let's have a think. And then I did the stupid thing of trying to multitask. I was kegging my Exmoor Gold beer, and a load of that went on the floor as well. So I had lots of beer on the floor and lots of water on the floor, lots of water on the floor, and lots of things got broken. I got very angry, got very pissed off, and in general I'm not very happy. And to make matters worse, completely missed the target. I was supposed to get 1058 on the hydrometer, I only got 1050. The fermentation vessel I was using proved to be too small, so I had to then dig out a demijohn and fill that with part of the wort. Yeah, I've probably got more than I was expecting. I think I probably got 25 litres instead of 23. I'm not 100% sure, but I was like, ugh. I've abandoned the brew shed. It's still filthy in there. You know, the hop spider's still got hop debris in it. The bulldog brewer's still got crap in it. I've not done any tidying. I just had enough and I had to leave. So as soon as I finished kegging, as soon as I finished transferring it to a fermentation vessel, that was it. I abandoned it, gone. Yeah, pitched the Kvite yeast, so let that do its thing. This was the beer I was transferring to the keg. That's Exmoor Gold clone. I mean, it's flat at the moment, as you can see. It's just come out of the fermentation vessel, but tastes all right. A touch more bitter than I wanted, but it's still all right. It's quite nice. Yeah, it's turned out okay. Did have about 2 litres left over. I've drunk a litre, of it straight from the fermentation vessel, and the other leach I'm just going to leave. I can't be arsed. It's that bad today. But yeah, anyway, that's that. So that's the last of my 3 brew days in a row done, and it went out on a bit of a limp wrist, really. It was a bit pathetic today. I didn't enjoy it. It was a shame, really, as the other 2 days went really well. So yeah, bit of a come back down to earth with a bump from the success of the previous 2 days, but never mind. Next weekend, which is only 3 days away, I've got a party to go to, and I'm taking 2 kegs with me to that. One is a keg of my London Pride, which isn't tasting as good as I would have hoped, but I'm taking that, and the other one is probably the Sexmore Gold if it's ready in time. The Sunday I got to do a brew, possibly do a bitter, because I haven't got a bitter for my beer festival. So like Courage Directors or Worthington's White Shield. The weekend after that, I probably won't have any time to brew, but I'll see if I can fit something in. I want to do a New England IPA. In fact, I might have to ditch doing that. Actually, no, I will be doing New England IPA next brew. Yes, that's what to think of what I'm doing. I'm busy on the last weekend I can brew before the beer festival. I'm busy, so I'm going to have to not brew and do it earlier. I've got enough beers. Anyway, I'm waffling now. Yes, I'm extremely pissed off Peter. Glad it's over for the day. And I'm going to have a lot of tidying up to do tomorrow. Homebrew Wednesday, tidy up. Oh well. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this extra long, super special episode thing of whatever it is I've done. 3 brew days back to back. Yep, hope you enjoyed the video. Yes, and I'll see you next time for more mischief. Oh yes, another thing which went wrong is this ran out of battery, hence why it's now a lot later in the day.